This is a quiet corner of the planet Earth, a place in the west of America, near, yet not near, the town of Lamesa, a place so remote it doesn't even have a name. An old drowsy sun heaves itself up and begins its morning rounds, splashing diamonds down upon the temporal things of man, a drop of magic dye to set the east on fire. Though still and strangely beautiful, this is not a gentle place. When the sun slides higher, there is revealed a land as dry and barren as a skeleton's dream. Harsh, empty, vast. A land where mere survival is a victory. This is a story of the land, a handful of people, a church they built, and a remarkable decision they made there. 22 miles from the grocery store, 4 miles from his nearest neighbor, 1.5 miles from his mailbox, lives Norman Travis O'Brien. Brother NT, as his friends call him, worked these same fields nearly 50 years ago with teams of mules.
We weren't equipped to wrestle with a country like this one really was. We had never experienced the storms like we have here in the dry seasons. Just a 30 minutes or an hour storm would wipe out most of a year's work. And it looked like it was about all lost. Every effort we'd make looked like is a losing game. But there was bright times as well as the rough ones. The people appreciated one another and worked together, appreciated the hardships that others were experiencing. All in all, we didn't count it so hard. We thought we was doing fairly well to exist. And as I look back now, I'm more of that opinion than I ever was. I'd hate to have to do that again. But families hung together, worked together. To be honest about it, the Lord just provided a way. Since time immemorial, there have been harvest, seed time and harvest. For that reason, it has sustained people even in this treacherous part of the country.
In the fields of Norman Travis O'Brien, there is seed time and there is harvest time. The winds blow and the seasons ever turn. Raymond Carr, cotton farmer. A man whose survival in this country depends on a delicate balance of probabilities. It will probably rain during the next few weeks. If it does not, there will be no harvest. There will probably be a late frost. If there is not, there will be no harvest. The prosperity of this entire area is dependent on cotton, and this is not a good year. Late spring rains delayed plowing, and the summer rains have not come. Much of the field will probably burn up. Raymond Carr cultivates on faith.
Well, I was born in this community and have lived here always, except when I was off to the Army a couple of years. Same home. I lived where my parents lived. When I was a kid, I didn't know I was going to be a farmer. I said I never would be, but after I accepted that and started, I never had any other desire. It's a good life, good, clean life. I like to work. I like to go out and plow a good wet field, smell it when you plow it open. You can see God make things grow and send rain and sun and whatnot. And it's a good life for your family and whatnot.
There was a time when many families made their home in these sun-scorched dryland cotton fields, but only the strong remain. There is a saying here that all those with good judgment have long since pulled up stakes and left for more gentle pastures. Homer Etheridge is one of the strong.
Used to be, they tell me, where there was a house on every quarter section, but I doubt there's one to every 10 sections now. I moved in December of 1953. Along about that time, it's pretty rough. It's following a severe drought. This was almost the middle of the Sahara, as far as I was concerned. Oh, I've tried other things for a short period of time. To me, the life, the family life that you can have on the farm is worth the difference.
And so, this is the land and the people, a land tormented by the wind and sun, rarely refreshed by rain, a people who wrestle with the stubborn earth merely to endure. But there is a quiet miracle going on in these thirsty fields. For what these people do here is felt in the farthest corners of the earth, in Africa, Thailand, the Middle East, South America. Human lives are made more rewarding by the labors and faith of this handful of dry land cotton farmers. This is Friendship Baptist Church. In a few moments, a remarkable decision will be made here. In 1955, the congregation decided to increase their giving to the cooperative program 2.5% each year. And each year, through good years and bad, they have met their commitment. The church now gives 40% of its budget, about $10,000, to the cooperative program. It's not difficult to see how some of that money might have been used closer to home. Yet, in spite of these obvious needs and the prospects of crop failure, the Budget Committee has recommended another increase. Today, this little church that needs so much will vote on giving to an extent undreamed of by churches with far much more to give.
We are thankful for the fine work of our Budget Committee in preparing and presenting this budget for our consideration and approval. I believe this to be a challenge to our church. We find in Matthew 28, verses 18 through 20, these words, "And Jesus came and spake unto them, saying, All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost.
Being of the faith I am, a Baptist, we've always been missionary minded. And we didn't have much else we could do. We wasn't strong enough to sponsor any missions or other projects so much.
I believe that it's the best plan that has been tried so far, and that it's a way of pleasing God and carrying on His work. All the people combined together and all the churches working together into one pool can reach more of the world.
There have been some hard crop years through these years, and we had to do a lot of this giving and setting our goals and raising it 2.5% strictly by faith, because we couldn't see it with our eyeballs out here on the rainfall that we had at that particular time.
We'll be very lucky if we harvest anything this year.
We've had several real short crop years into there, and it's been proven to us to experience that you can't outgive God.
As a church, I don't believe that we think we've given sacrificially. We might could have had some things here at our church that we don't have. We would have kept some of that money here, but I know it's been a blessing to our church to send it on out.
There's been times when it looked like it was a foolish move, but every time there'd be a way for us to meet that pledge.
I think our church has grown tremendously spiritually through the fact that we've seen our faith demonstrated and the Lord's promises fulfilled in it.
I really believe if we'll concentrate on our budget, there'll be a way to do it. And we're not to the end of the road yet. We pledged we'd go to 50% if the Lord is willing. And I believe we can.
There may be no harvest this year in the brittle fields surrounding Friendship Church, but there is a richness here beyond measure.